Secret Sinners is a turn-based strategic card game where each player must fight in a King of the Hill-like setup to earn the only spot through the gates of heaven. Hide your past sins carefully and accuse others of being evil to send them straight down the fiery depths of hell. In this video, we will cover most of the gameplay mechanics and setup instructions for Secret Sinners. Let's get started. Each player starts by choosing one character out of the available character pool. All character cards are two-sided cards with a pure and evil side. Next, randomly place them one by one in a vertical line formation to create the play area between heaven and hell. Finally, separate the action cards, the bell cards, and the sync cards into 3 decks. Deal 6 action cards and 1 sync card to each player. Then, insert the bell cards in the action deck and shuffle it well. Place both the action and sin decks next to the line of character cards. You're now ready to play Secret Sinners. There are 3 ways to win the game. Be the first player in front of heaven when the Heaven's Bell card rings. Be the last player standing in the line when all others have fallen into hell. Or, if you can, confess all your sins on your turn and enter the Holy Lands. Players take turns by going clockwise around the table. Each turn is divided into 4 phases: the draw phase, the accusation or confession phase, the action phase, and the bell phase. In the draw phase, draw 1 card from the action deck. If a bell card is drawn, let other players know and place it in front of you. In the accusation or confession phase, you have one of 3 choices. You can accuse one player that you suspect of being evil. You can confess all your sins, if possible, and win the game, or you can simply skip this phase. The third phase of your turn is the action phase, where you can play as many action cards as you want, or none, from your hand. This is where you get to trick others and scheme diabolical strategies. Finally, the last phase is the bell phase. Any bell cards placed in front of you are activated, except if drawn this turn. A bell card drawn this turn becomes active only at the bell phase of your next turn, giving time for other players to play and prepare before it rings. If a Heaven's Bell is activated, the player in front of heaven is faced with 2 scenarios. If he has a pure character, the player enters heaven and wins the game. If he has an evil character, the player is purified. He flips his character card back to the pure side and discards all his sin cards. On the other hand, when a Hell's Bell is activated, the player in front of hell is faced with 2 scenarios. Once again, if he has a pure character, the player draws a sin card from the sin deck as punishment. And if he has an evil character, well, that player falls in hell and is removed from the game. Any bell cards you draw will stay in front of you for the rest of the game and will always ring at the end of your turn. That being said, more than 1 bell card can ring on the same turn. Be prepared for absolute chaos. Accusations are made to transform pure characters into evil characters, thus putting them at the mercy of any active Hell's Bells. An accusation is based on the total value of sin cards in a player's hand. If your total sin value is equal or superior to 6, and you're accused, you then have to turn your character card and drop all your sin cards on the table in front of you. From there on out, your only chance is to purify yourself, either with the Heaven's Bell mentioned before, or by getting your total sin value inferior to 6 with the help of action cards. Next, if a player wrongfully accuses you, and your total sin value in hand is less than 6, you get to give one of your sin cards to your accuser as punishment. This is where it gets tricky, because players get afraid of accusing each other. But be careful. If someone manages to go unnoticed and has a total sin value in hand of 10 or more, that player gets to confess all his sins on his turn and wins the game automatically. So there you have it, the quick overview to how to play Secret Sinners. Have a look at the official rules for more instructions and detailed descriptions of each action card. The gates of heaven and hell are now open. Good luck.